A subtle change in the morning can be one of the first quiet signals our body sends that its internal systems are shifting. For many men over 60, the gradual disappearance of morning wood or nocturnal penile tumescence is more than just a physical observation. It can feel like a barometer of overall vitality and health. This isn't a topic of vanity. It's a direct reflection of your cardiovascular and nervous system health. The same intricate mechanics that govern heart function and blood pressure are at play in this very specific and very important male biological response. What if a significant piece of that puzzle wasn't found in a prescription bottle, but in a simple glass you could prepare in your kitchen each morning? Today, we are going to talk about a simple, three-ingredient drink based on robust nutritional science, designed to support the one thing that underpins it all: blood flow. We'll walk through exactly how each ingredient works, why they work together, and how to make this a simple, sustainable part of your routine. This is about understanding your body, not fighting it. It's about gentle, powerful support for the systems that keep you going. So stay with me, because the science here is not only fascinating, it's incredibly practical. I'm Dr. Daniel Bennett, and my work is dedicated to translating complex medical science into straightforward, actionable steps for those of us in our 60s, 70s, and beyond. This channel is a space for clear, calm, and credible health information. If you believe in taking charge of your health with knowledge, not fear, take a moment to subscribe. We're a growing community of folks who prefer understanding the why behind our wellness, and we'd be glad to have you with us. Let's begin by talking about the highways inside your body, your blood vessels. Imagine a brand new garden hose. It's flexible, wide, and water flows through it effortlessly. Over years of being left out in the sun, it gets stiff, brittle, and narrower. Our blood vessels, specifically the delicate inner lining called the endothelium, can undergo a similar process. This lining isn't just a simple pipe. It's a highly active, intelligent organ. Its main job is to sense blood flow and, in response, produce a remarkable molecule called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a gas. It's a signaling molecule that tells the smooth muscles in your artery walls to relax and widen. This process is called vasodilation. When your vessels dilate, blood pressure can decrease, and blood flows more freely to every single part of your body, from your brain and your heart, all the way to your extremities. For a man, healthy morning erections are a direct, visible sign that this nitric oxide system is working as it should during sleep, when the body is in a state of repair. As we age, our body's natural ability to produce nitric oxide declines. The endothelial lining can become less efficient. This is a primary driver behind age-related vascular stiffness and changes in blood pressure. The result? That internal garden hose becomes less responsive. Blood flow isn't as robust, and the signals don't get through as clearly. This can manifest as feeling colder in your hands and feet, experiencing a bit of brain fog, and yes, a reduction in the frequency or firmness of morning erections. It's a systemic issue, and that morning signal is often just the most noticeable symptom. So, how can we support this vital system? This brings us to the first and most powerful ingredient in our morning drink: beetroot. You can use beetroot juice or a high-quality beetroot powder. Beets are one of nature's richest sources of dietary nitrates. Now, the word nitrates might sound a little strange. Maybe you've heard of it in the context of processed meats. But the nitrates in vegetables are fundamentally different and incredibly beneficial. Here's the simple mechanism. When you consume beet juice, the good bacteria in your mouth convert these dietary nitrates into nitrites. Once you swallow, these nitrites travel to your stomach, where the acidic environment helps convert them into nitric oxide. This nitric oxide is then absorbed into your bloodstream, where it gets to work, telling your blood vessels to relax and widen. It's like giving your body the raw building blocks it needs to replenish its supply of this essential molecule. Think of it as providing your endothelial factory with a fresh delivery of raw materials each morning. Numerous studies, particularly in the realm of athletic performance and cardiovascular health, have shown that regular consumption of beetroot juice can improve blood flow, lower resting blood pressure, and increase oxygen delivery to muscles. The amount you need isn't huge. A great starting point is about a quarter cup of concentrated beetroot juice, which is roughly 2 to 3 ounces, or 1 to 2 teaspoons of a concentrated beetroot powder mixed with water. You want to look for products that are 100% beet, with no added sugars. If you have a juicer, one medium-sized beet will do the trick. A budget-friendly option is to buy pre-cooked beets, which you can find in the produce section of most grocery stores, and simply blend them with a little water. A quick but important safety note here. Because beets are so effective at supporting vasodilation, they can have a blood pressure-lowering effect. If you are currently on medication for high blood pressure, it's very important to speak with your doctor before starting a daily beet juice habit. They may want you to monitor your blood pressure at home to ensure it doesn't dip too low. Your medication might even need an adjustment. This is a good thing. It's a sign that your lifestyle changes are working. Also, don't be alarmed if you notice a pink or reddish tinge to your urine or stools. This is a harmless and very common effect called bacteria. It just means your body has processed the vibrant pigments in the beets. So, we have our first ingredient, providing the raw material for nitric oxide. But making this crucial molecule is only half the battle. We also have to protect it and the delicate vascular lining where it's made. This is where our next two ingredients come in. Let's talk about a process called oxidative stress. It's a bit of a buzzword, but the concept is simple. Think of what happens when you slice an apple and leave it on the counter. It turns brown. That browning is oxidation, a form of chemical damage from exposure to air. A similar, though more complex, process happens inside our bodies. Daily life, metabolism, exercise, exposure to pollutants creates unstable molecules called free radicals. In small amounts, our body can handle them. But over time, and with added stressors, they can start to damage our cells, including that delicate endothelial lining of our arteries. This damage creates inflammation and makes the endothelium less efficient at producing nitric oxide. Even worse, oxidative stress can degrade the nitric oxide molecule itself almost as soon as it's made, rendering it useless. It's like having a factory that's both damaged and having its products destroyed before they can even be shipped out. This is a major factor in vascular aging. To counter this, we need antioxidants. These are molecules that act like bodyguards, neutralizing free radicals before they can do harm. They protect the apple of our cells from browning. And this brings us to the second ingredient in our morning drink, a generous squeeze of fresh lemon juice. We're talking about the juice of about a quarter to a half of a lemon. Lemon juice is packed with vitamin C, one of the most powerful and well-studied antioxidants. Vitamin C does two critical things in this context. First, it directly neutralizes free radicals in the bloodstream, protecting the endothelial lining from damage. This keeps our nitric oxide factory in good working order. Second, studies suggest that vitamin C can actually help recycle or regenerate nitric oxide, extending its lifespan and making it more effective in the body. It's like adding a quality control supervisor to the factory floor, ensuring the final product is stable and long-lasting. Adding lemon juice is simple and inexpensive. A single lemon can last you 2 or 3 days. It also improves the slightly earthy taste of the beet juice, giving it a bright, fresh lift. While bottled lemon juice is okay in a pinch, fresh squeezed is always best, as vitamin C can degrade over time when exposed to light and air. The simple act of squeezing a fresh lemon into your glass is a great way to ensure you're getting the most potent antioxidant benefit. If you find this explanation of how our blood vessels work and how to protect them is making sense, tapping that subscribe button ensures you won't miss our next deep dive into senior health. Now we have the raw materials for nitric oxide from the beets and the antioxidant protection from the lemon. There's one more piece to this puzzle that addresses the low-grade, chronic inflammation that so many of us experience as we get older. This type of inflammation is different from the acute inflammation of a sprained ankle. It's a quiet, systemic smoldering that, over years, contributes to nearly every major chronic health condition, including cardiovascular disease. For our purposes today, this chronic inflammation is another enemy of that delicate endothelial lining. It's like trying to operate a precision factory in the middle of a constant, low-level earthquake. It just doesn't work well. This is where our third and final ingredient comes in: a small piece of fresh ginger or a quarter teaspoon of high-quality ginger powder. Ginger has been used for centuries as a natural anti-inflammatory, and modern science is now validating this ancient wisdom. The primary active compounds in ginger are called gingerols. These compounds have been shown to inhibit some of the key inflammatory pathways in the body. By tamping down that chronic, low-grade inflammation, ginger helps create a calmer, more stable environment for your blood vessels to function. It helps quell the earthquake so the nitric oxide factory can do its job efficiently and without interference. Think of the beet juice as the production team, the lemon juice as the security and maintenance team, and the ginger as the facilities manager, ensuring the entire environment is calm and stable. Furthermore, ginger itself has properties that support healthy circulation. It's considered a warming spice in traditional medicine, and some research suggests it can promote healthy blood viscosity or thickness, ensuring it flows smoothly through those newly relaxed and widened vessels. For our drink, you can grate a small piece of fresh ginger, about the size of the tip of your thumb, directly into the glass. Or a quarter teaspoon of ground ginger powder works just as well and is very convenient. A quick note for those with a sensitive stomach or on blood-thinning medication like warfarin: ginger, in larger amounts, can have a mild blood-thinning effect and can sometimes cause stomach upset. The small amount we're using here is generally very safe, but it's always wise to start slow and, as always, to mention any new daily supplement, even a natural one, to your doctor or pharmacist so they have a complete picture of your health regimen. So, let's put it all together. In a glass, you combine about 2 to 3 ounces of beetroot juice or 1 to 2 teaspoons of beetroot powder dissolved in water. You add the fresh juice of a quarter to a half of a lemon, and you stir in a small amount of freshly grated ginger or a quarter teaspoon of ginger powder. That's it. It's a vibrant, powerful, 3-ingredient morning tonic that takes less than 2 minutes to prepare. The taste is earthy from the beet, bright from the lemon, and with a tiny bit of spice from the ginger. Many find it quite refreshing. The best time to have this is in the morning, on a relatively empty stomach, to allow for maximum absorption of the nutrients. Making it a consistent ritual is key. Like any natural approach, this isn't an overnight fix. This is about providing your body with consistent, daily support. You are nourishing a system. Over a period of weeks, you might start to notice subtle shifts. Perhaps you feel a bit more energetic during your afternoon walk. Maybe your blood pressure readings at home are trending in the right direction. And yes, you may notice a welcome return of that reliable morning signal of good vascular health. These are all signs that your internal circulatory highway is getting the tune-up it needs. Now, I want to take a moment to address a common myth. Many men believe that issues like erectile dysfunction or a lack of morning wood after 60 are purely a testosterone problem. While hormones certainly play a role in libido and overall energy, the physical mechanics of an erection are almost entirely a matter of blood flow. It is a cardiovascular event. You can have perfectly adequate testosterone levels, but if your blood vessels are stiff, inflamed, and not producing enough nitric oxide, the plumbing simply won't work correctly. That's why focusing on vascular health is so incredibly fundamental and often a more effective first step than jumping straight to hormone replacement. Addressing the root cause, the health of your circulation, benefits not just this one aspect of your life, but your entire body, from your heart to your brain. This drink is a wonderful tool, but it works best as part of a team. Let's briefly touch on two other foundational habits that amplify its effects. The first is simple hydration. Your blood is more than 90% water. When you're dehydrated, your blood volume decreases and its viscosity increases. It gets thicker. This makes it harder for your heart to pump it through your vessels, no matter how relaxed they are. Starting your day with your beet lemon ginger drink and then following it up with another large glass of plain water is a fantastic way to ensure your circulatory system is both well-nourished and well-hydrated from the very start of the day. The second is gentle movement. You don't need to run a marathon. A simple 15 to 20-minute walk, especially in the morning, does wonders for waking up your circulation. The physical act of walking causes your leg muscles to contract and squeeze the veins, helping to push blood back up to your heart. It also stimulates the release of even more nitric oxide. When you combine the internal support from the drink with the external stimulus of a brisk walk, you are creating a powerful synergy for your vascular health. Remember, the goal here is not to chase a single outcome, but to cultivate a system of wellness. The presence of morning wood is simply a useful and encouraging barometer indicating that your entire cardiovascular system is functioning well. When you see that sign, you can feel confident that the benefits are body-wide: better blood flow to your heart, improved oxygen delivery to your brain, and healthier pressure in your entire vascular tree. It's a holistic win. Be patient and be consistent. Some men may notice a change within a couple of weeks, while for others it may take a month or two. Your body has its own timeline for healing and responding. Listen to it. Pay attention to the small signs of progress in your energy, your clarity of mind, and your overall sense of well-being. This is a journey of nourishment, not a race. Making this small change, this one simple glass in the morning, is an act of self-care and a powerful statement. It says that you are taking an active role in your health, that you value understanding how your body works, and that you are choosing to support it with simple, powerful ingredients from nature. This is about adding years to your life, and more importantly, life to your years. Every small, positive step you take creates momentum for the next one. This journey of health after 60 is built one good decision at a time. Be proud of yourself for seeking out this knowledge and for being willing to invest in your own vitality. You are in the driver's seat. If this conversation was helpful, please give this video a like so that other men looking for reliable information can find it more easily. And I'd love for you to share a comment below, perhaps about one small, healthy step you feel ready to take this week. Your journey and your insights can be a great encouragement to others in this community. Be well, stay curious, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video, where we'll be talking about a simple breathing technique to support healthy sleep.